Oh, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone that can hear the sound of my voice to this week's edition of the Petty and Ill-Informed podcast, where we venture our petty and ill-informed opinions about a variety of topics. Joining me is Nikki and Tom, although Tom is not currently here. Nikki, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you. Not too bad at all.
And I've just got back.
Tom's back,
Welcome back.
so
How
the
are you,
lads
Tom?
are all here.
Yeah, game on, all is good. Had a work is steady, ticking over. There's always jobs to do. There's always stuff in your inbox, but we get by. Had a really fun, good week at school in many ways. Not least of which was with my special needs kids, we're trying to get them to understand the concept of recycling, and so we became recycling superheroes. But instead of swords, they were armed with litter pickers, and their shields had like a bin strapped to them, so they were like they could use those to pick up rubbish and stuff, and like had masks and creeps on. So that was really
like fun. And I'm not even, developmentally challenged. That sounds like a good time.
It was really cool. Thanks, Nikki. So that was during my week at school. We had a great day today because we went to Clip and Climb, and the son of mine that goes to the school I teach at, he got there way before me. We took him to a thing called Clip and Climb, which is just it does what it says on the tin. You clip a rope in, and it's very clever. They're kind of suspended from the ceiling on a pulley, and so if you fall off, it lets you down gradually. And it was that's very cleverly designed. And so we did this. We went up this. And they have all these different little climbing walls of all different kinds, all different colors and varieties, and it was a huge amount of fun. The son that we did take, the other one was on a day trip. Even though he's like non-verbal, he's still really engaged with this. He had a lovely time, and it was great. I'll send you the pictures because my dad came, so we had like 3 generations of us doing this thing. It was cool, and everyone really enjoyed it. Then we had a nice lunch at a pub. Had a mushroom and ale pie with mash and vegetables, and then we went to a castle, and there didn't look like there was going to be much to see inside, so we didn't pay to go in, but we parked up and walked around the grounds. It was me, my wife, one of our kids, and my parents, and it was a great day out. Just quietly doing our thing. It was fun.
That's cool. Nikki took me climbing when she was up in Glasgow. We did a zip-liney course thing.
Like an obstacle course.
Yeah.
That was very painful the next few days. I was like, oh yeah, I'm in my 40s. That being said, like I want to go again. There's a zipline course around here, and I'm planning on going with my nephew, though I feel like him being 6'8", 6'9" is an advantage on his part. Like he's probably not going to have to work as hard. He can just reach up and grab the zip line above him.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, is it indoors or outdoors, that one?
It's outdoors.
Oh, so it's a bit like is it a bit like what we call Go Ape?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, we went to Go Ape.
Oh, brilliant. Well, fantastic.
Richard got injured.
So they dropped one of the clip things down the wire and then just let me go down it, and I got hit in the head by it.
Yeah, by the belt buckle while he's going like 30 miles an hour down a zip line.
Oh.
I'm reliably informed that from Nikki's point of view, it was hilarious.
It was. Listen, no. So he goes. So I saw it fly down because I couldn't finish the course. I ended up going gung ho off of a zip line thinking that I was detached and I wasn't. So I was dangling there and I used up all of my energy to get back up on the platform. But anyway, I didn't finish. So I was on the ground when he went by and I saw the clip and I saw it just dangling there. And I was like, well, surely the guy's going to get it or it must not be a problem. And then Richard comes by and, you know, he's seeming very victorious and shit because he like, you know, is not afraid of, well, he's afraid of heights, but, you know, he decided he was going to go down the zip line. And then that belt buckle hit him in the head. And he was like, fuck! And then he's like, I'm sorry. Fuck! It was beautiful.
Wasn't that a bit of a dangerous thing for them to do?
Oh, yeah. They apologized.
Profusely.
What did they? So I'm trying to get this straight. So was it literally they got a belt and put it around the zip wire and set it down?
The zip line belt, you know, the zip line, it has that metal buckle on it to strap you in.
Yeah.
It was just dangling on the wire. So he like slammed right into it.
Oh. What, had they left it there from the previous person who went down or something?
No, it had dropped down when he was, I guess, trying to get Richard transferred over. And the guy at the bottom just didn't grab it.
They just left it there. The guy
Yeah.
on top he was on his walkie-talkie. He was like, something got sent down the line, and the guy down there just didn't do anything about it.
And then Richard took care of it with his forehead.
Yeah, I mean, I got it all the way down. So,
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
It wouldn't be a trip to the UK if Richard didn't get injured in some way.
yeah, Nikki is very dangerous to my health.
I am definitely a risk. I'm not the most graceful person in the world, as you could hear in the background since I dropped something.
She is a known full risk to doctors.
That is a joke from when I had my hysterectomy. Apparently, they put you as a fall risk regardless of your age or anything like that. So I was kind of shooketh when I had a fall risk armband. I was like, what? This isn't for me.
It's great. It's like a thing now.
What, they identified you as a full risk patient?
Apparently, anybody that gets a hysterectomy there, they automatically, because literally you get the hysterectomy and you go home a few hours later. So they just have you. I mean, you're in there, you're getting meds, and then you're leaving. So they just put you as a fall risk because you've still got all that shit in your system after the surgery. But yeah, which is weird because like I do in-out surgeries all day and we don't have a single fall risk armband. And we should. I mean, we have plenty of people that don't even have legs, so. But yeah, I was just automatically suited with a fall risk band and I was kind of surprised.
I mean, it's a little funny.
It was funny. You know, it's like I've been getting AARP letters since I was in my 20s, which is what old people get when they're retiring and want cheap insurance and all that stuff. Like you have to be in your 50s or 60s to even get it. And I've been receiving mail since I was in my 20s. They really want me to sign up with them.
Let's see if you can do it. Get the discount.
I can't. And I'm like, why are you sending this to me? Now you're just teasing me with your little liability insurances and shit. It is what it is.
So, did anything interesting happen this week to anybody?
I spent my entire Wednesday flipping out to you.
You did.
That was about it.
Oh, yeah, that's a good story. So, Nikki's work made her move a bunch of heavy stuff into a room and then told her she'd done it wrong. Which, just amusing.
No. So the whole story is we've known for the past 10 months that we're moving locations. And we started moving this week. And Wednesday, so they have like 5 or 6 nurses we call them the cult, because they all went to school together. They all went to high school together. They all went to nursing school together. They're best friends. Like literally they spend weekends and they have vacations together and shit. Like they're best friends. So we call them the cult. They went in, they grabbed every tote, everything that was easy to move, and just took it there to the new location. And basically on Wednesday, I was all by myself and they wanted me to move all the other stuff without boxes or totes or anything to put it in. So I literally had empty Sharps containers that I was filling up and then emptying out at the new location and then filling back up at the old location. And I did that on Wednesday. But yeah, they just, every time I tried to put something up, I was told it needed to move. And so finally I just gave up. I worked only 4 hours Wednesday. I was like, screw you guys.
So they
But
only moved the light stuff, not the heavy stuff.
Yes, which is normal. This is like the 3rd move that I've been through with this company. And I think it's the way that I'm built. I'm very broad. Like there are like fat chicks and stuff around there, which I am, but like I think that it's like the set of my shoulders and crap that they're like, oh, Nikki can handle moving everything by herself with no help. So it is what
Basically,
it
she's
is.
asking for it.
Yeah,
basically.
I'm asking for it. Just look at the way I look.
Just look at how she's dressed.
Let's not talk about the fact that they know that I'm chronically ill, that I dislocate joints on the regular. They've heard me pop my shoulder back into place.
I mean, you wear a sports bra to work,
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe if I wore a real bra to work and they would see I have titties and I'm not just fat, they'd be like, oh.
Nikki can't do this stuff. She's got boobs.
She's got titties.
Yeah. That's the rules. Can't do heavy lifting if you got titties.
I wish that was the rules. That's never been my lived experience. Because my family moved a lot and we didn't really have money for movers. So I remember being like 12, 13 and moving a refrigerator. I've moved washing machines that still had a shit ton of water in them.
Oh, washing machines are horrible things to move.
Dude, especially when they're full of water. Yes, I have watched The Pit. Richard and I watched it. The next season's coming out and it's good.
The next season just started 2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
Bollocks, we need to watch that.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, The Pit is great. It is about Pittsburgh emergency room. It's really good, but at the same time, if you are a surgical tech, I would suggest you just not watch it or else be triggered. Just be triggered through the whole thing. I can't do medical shows. They make me mad.
It's the way they put on their gloves.
It's the way they put on their gloves, or they'll do surgical procedures without a mask on, or without a hair cover, or without gloves that are proper gloves. Like they wear non-sterile gloves during surgeries. It just makes me mad because Noah Wiley was like in ER for like a decade. Like you'd think you would know how to put on sterile gloves properly, but he just fucking can't do it.
I don't know if they followed correct medical procedure in the ER.
They didn't. They did. I don't think they did. It's just like when I was watching Grey's Anatomy, I'd get kind of pissed off. Medical stuff in movies make me mad, except for what is it? The Killing of a Sacred Deer. At the very beginning, it has Colin Farrell in it. It's not a great movie, but at the very beginning, there is a heart surgery, and it is 100% a real heart surgery
With doctors and everything.
with doctors and a surge tech and everything. It is 100% real. Colin Farrell was actually present to watch it, and he was like, "I will never do that again."
I've seen that film, but I can't remember it. I remember at the end, doesn't one character give another character like an impossible choice? Like you have to choose which family member you kill or something like that.
Yeah. Yes.
I remember thinking it was pretty good, but it hasn't really.
It was weird. It was like Saltburny to me. Like it was just weird. It was interesting, but it was weird.
I like Saltburn a lot, but I don't think I'd watch it a second time.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'll tell you what I liked more than Saltburn. The writer-director, Emerald Fennell, that was her second film. Her first, Promising Young Woman. Have either of you seen that?
No.
What is it?
Promising Young Woman.
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, I envy you, because watching this film for the first time lies in your future. It is absolutely magnificent.
Oh.
It's terrible. It's ghastly, but it is absolute genius. I can tell you the plot without spoiling it.
Okay.
Okay.
What happens is this: there's a woman who is kind of a vigilante of a sort, where she goes to nightclubs, pretends to be completely drunk on her own and barely conscious, and she waits for a nice guy to offer to take her home, and then
Kills him.
the nice guy invariably does, and just he puts him whenever the guy forces himself upon her. This is her thing. Whenever the guy forces himself upon her, she murmurs no. The guy just carries on, and then she immediately just snaps out of it and goes, "What the hell do you think you're doing?" And just snaps back to consciousness. And she does this thing over and over again. That's what she does by night. This is her weekend, and that's the plot. And then you gradually begin to find out why, and that's all I'll tell you. It is, and it just goes. There are some terrible bits, there are some incredible bits, and then there are some even more incredible bits. It is a true masterpiece. It's firmly in my all-time top 20. Promising Young Woman. I've got it on DVD. It is. Saltburn doesn't make a point about wider society. This does.
Okay.
And a very good one. And it is special. And I think I've watched it twice, and I will watch it again and again and again. Imagine Saltburn, but then a film with actual genuine purpose, and a film with some good characters, because every character in Saltburn is bad. There is almost no good people in Saltburn.
Yeah.
When Mark Kermode reviewed it, he said the film is every one of them is a vampire. Everyone in this is a vampire of some kind or other.
I mean, you could make an argument that it's a Robin Hood tale.
Barely. I think the guy's way too selfish for that consideration.
Well, yeah, halfway Robin Hood. Robs from the rich, hasn't got round to giving it to the poor yet.
Truth. But Saltburn I enjoyed, but I didn't really revere it.
Well, it's just like, I know what the twist is now, so what's the point in watching it a second time?
Yeah, absolutely. But all the twists and turns in, and there are many in Promising Young Woman await you. It's a fantastic film. Can't recommend it enough. Go for it,
All
guys. Find it, stream, watch it together. Find it and watch it.
Richard and I started and finished Raising Hope, I think, this week, right? Or did we start it last week?
Last week.
What was that?
Raising Hope.
It was
Uh,
really funny and wholesome at the same time.
Okay.
But they got cancelled, so it doesn't have an ending, which really pisses me off. But
I don't know. I think that the ending there could be sweet enough, I guess, for a proper ending. But yeah, they really did expect to have another season.
Huh.
But it's very wholesome. It's hilarious. Sadly, like if you're a poor person from America, you're probably gonna understand it very well. Like, yeah, I'm not saying Gabby's a poor person, but I have a feeling Gabby and I have some of the same shared life experiences. And I think that she probably identify with some of it as well.
Okay.
It's a really sweet family comedy. The mother and the father, they're both equally unintelligent in their own little ways. And I honestly think it's probably one of the sweetest marriages in a television show. Because usually, you have the wife who holds everything together and the husband is a bumbling idiot. Well, they're both bumbling idiots and they support each other in that. And it's really sweet. It's just, it's a good feel good show if you just want to laugh.
What's it called? Something
Raising Hope. Basically, first episode, young man about 21, 22 ends up helping out a woman because she runs to his car asking for help. He lets her in. They have a one-night stand. She gets pregnant. Come to find out, she's a serial killer. So they electrocute her, put her in the electric chair, and he has to take care of this baby whose name is Princess Beyonce. They changed it to Hope, but she was born Princess Beyonce.
Okay.
it was really funny.
What streaming service is it on?
I believe it's on Hulu. I'm not sure what it's on for you. I know it's on Hulu for me.
Yes, I doubt we'd have it.
Yeah.
Or I felt maybe it'll come onto a radar or two eventually.
Yeah. So now we're watching Schitt's Creek.
Well, I'd forgotten the Pit was starting on the 22nd, so we're watching that now. But
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Fallout.
Mm.
And
next episode of Fallout as well. Yeah.
what's the other one? St. Dennis.
Man, we've got too many TV shows again. Need to thin out the herd.
And we've got the NFL playoffs where the Patriots are back.
You're not selling it to me, Tom.
Oh, it's wonderful, isn't it?
No.
I knew you'd say that.
Mind you, it's been about 20 years since they had their time in the sun, so yeah. Oh, God, that makes me feel old. Tom Brady was a quarterback 20 years ago. Jeez.
Yeah, he was also the quarterback about 7 years ago. It's not been that long.
He stayed past his sell-by date like Brett Favre.
Well, he went to Tampa Bay and he won a Super Bowl there.
I watched that Super Bowl and they gave him that.
Agree. Hard agree they gave him that. Sorry.
That was a complete fix. That was not a sporting event. That was fixed.
That was
all right, and it was so
fixed.
obviously fixed.
Right. It's like, wait, wasn't that against the Rams?
Well, babe, your mic's being really weird.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Yeah, yes, that was the one. Actually, me, you, and
Yeah.
Crispy watched that one.
Yeah, because they had fixed the Rams to go too. Because I'm sorry, but all the calls made against the Saints on that game were bullshit. The Saints should have went against them that year,
Yeah.
but it was stolen. Yeah, I think 100% it was all about giving him the win.
Oh, it was 100%. I mean, remember that drive where they just made 100 yards on penalties?
Yep.
And I was like, oh, come on. Yeah, no, I'm not accepting that as a legitimate win. That was so obviously staged.
Well, they're starting to show more and more now that it's very possible that most of football is staged. Because they're finding now that you've got players that are involved in insider trading and stuff like that with all the bookies. So it's starting to kind of look like they're, they were just better than the WWF at being, fake.
Didn't hear any of that.
Oh, cool. I don't know what's happening.
But yeah, I mean, it is coming out in later years that like most professional sports are completely rigged, and it's really pissing me off.
I mean, is it really what sports?
A lot of
Football, all of them. Like
a lot of
football, especially.
football. I mean, they can't do. It wouldn't bother me if baseball was staged because who the fuck watches baseball? But
I love baseball, sugar baseball.
you watch baseball.
Yes,
Who's your team?
Cleveland.
The Cleveland Browns.
Uh-huh.
And you watch it religiously every year.
No, it's the Guardians, but no, I haven't actually watched it for the past 2 years. But like, depression makes I haven't watched a single football game in a couple of years except for the Super Bowl. Just being real, depression makes me not exactly give a crap about watching sports. But yeah, I grew up watching baseball. I grew up playing softball. That is one of my favorite games.
Oh, okay. Well,
Anyway, you could talk crap about it. I get it. It's a boring game. Like, if you're not into it, it is many hours of a whole bunch of nothing really happening. I understand. It's kind of like, people who like to watch golf, which I am also one of those people that enjoy watching golf. It's not like, riveting television at all.
the only sport I don't like more than baseball is probably cricket.
I've
And
never
that's
watched a cricket game.
because the rules are insane for cricket. Like, it's not over until the full number of bowls that were scheduled to be bowled that day have been bowled. And I'm just like, can't it just be whoever wins? Like, what? The rules are retarded. Sorry, the rules are stupid in cricket.
Yeah. I don't know. I think, like, I've always wanted to get into watching basketball because I played basketball in school. I was kind of a jock in school, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, I like playing basketball, but I've actually never sat down and watched an entire basketball game in my life. I think I would enjoy it, but I think soccer is my least favorite, like actual football. I'm not a fan of watching.
I like the women's soccer. I really like the women's soccer. I like that the Lionesses won the Euro Cup twice in a row.
Cool.
Mostly because, it shows up that bunch of pretty boys on the men's team.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just spite that I like it, but I do enjoy it. I watch it. And I'm like, yeah, that's it, girls. Show those fucking dickheads on the men's team how it's done. Win something.
Yeah, I don't know. I like sports in general, but I do feel like they are like I would never bet on them because I really do feel like they're all rigged. Someone
Yeah.
somewhere is getting a payday for someone to take a fall or get injured or whatever.
Football's a funny sport. I never used to like it, soccer. I never used to like it growing up. But then when we had kids and I found myself sort of in on Saturday night, I just found myself watching Match of the Day. And suddenly, like, even though I was like 35 and had no real interest in it before, beyond lamenting how crap the English men's team were every single World Cup, and just found myself getting drawn into it and learning players' names and who was doing well and what managers were on the move, who was being hired and fired, and I just found myself getting that started working for me. Big surprise.
I'm actually interested about something now. Nikki, you know me about as well as anyone.
Okay.
What do you think, knowing me as well as you do, is my favorite sport to watch?
God, that's really hard. Because the only like two sports that you really discuss watching is soccer and football. Like
Right.
I don't think that do you enjoy wait. Is it a trick question? Do you like watching fishing?
I do like professional bass fishing. It was a trick question. And you
Yes! Hell yes! God, I was like, hold on, because I know it's not soccer or football. It's got to be something else. Yay! I passed the test.
You did. You passed my test. Congratulations.
It's like I've known you for 20 years. Fuck.
But yeah, I don't discuss it because I know either people are going to be like, it's really cruel, or, oh, that's really boring. And that's why I never talk about it. But I will watch the shit out of a pro bass fishing competition.
See, that's how I feel about golf. Like, I enjoy watching golf because it's just slow and chill. And that's how I feel about watching fishing. I enjoy watching fishing. Like, that does not bother me at all. If I'm in the mood, sometimes it's just really nice to like watch a dude just cast and gently reel in the line. Like, I don't care. It's nice. It's pleasing. Especially when you can't go out and fish yourself,
Yeah. I mean, I do go out and fish. I'm just terrible at it and never catch anything.
I'm so jealous. I want to go fishing. I haven't been fishing in like almost 25 years.
Well, you're coming in April. We can go fishing.
Hell yes. I love fishing.
I don't know. I'd be useless at fishing. You'd have to keep still for so long. I'd be terrible at it.
See, you get around that by going lure fishing. Then you're walking around all the time and tossing your thing in the water.
That's why you don't catch anything.
Why?
Like, that doesn't seem like it would be as, it doesn't seem like it would be as efficient as sitting there casting your reel and just chilling out.
Well, you cast when you're going after different species. You go after pike, zander, and perch with a lure.
Yeah, I mean differently. Yeah, it depends on what you're fishing for, obviously. I don't know. I like being able to like cast my reel and just lay back and like read a book or something. and just chill.
You don't find it hard staying still for that long? I sure
Uh,
as hell do.
Well, like I do have I obviously have rampant ADHD.
Yeah.
But as long as I have something with me that's quiet to do, like get some earbuds and a switch, or I used to read, or listen to music, I'm generally okay. And it's not like you're going to scare them away if you're like shaking your foot or something, they're not deer or whatever. So as long as you're not being loud, you can still catch good fish. Yeah, you don't have to you can do other stuff. You want to have your phone, you want to watch an episode of something, on your tablet, you can 100% do that and fish.
And what do you do when you caught a fish? Do you say hello to it and put it back, or do you smack it over the head with a stick and fry it up with
You stick it in the bucket with water and it becomes your fishy, and then you strip it, you do all that stuff. Yeah, it depends on the fish.
If I caught a sea bass, I would definitely eat that.
Yeah.
Not even gonna lie.
I mean, if it's too small or something you're not interested in eating, then yeah, you just say, "What's up?" and then you toss it back.
Mackerel, definitely eat that. Mullet, probably throw it back.
Yeah, if it's big enough and you want to eat it, then you just, toss it in a bucket. Some people will fillet it right there.
It's actually considered good luck to bite the head of a fish, Gary.
Ugh.
That is a real sailor's tradition.
In my family, it was the eye, like the eye bone, that was considered good luck. So we always collected that. But my family, they eat the head and the fin. If you've never had like catfish fin, it's just really sad for you because it's delicious.
Catfish fin?
Yeah, instead of like cutting off the tail and stuff, you grill it up like you would anything else. And it ends up being very much like just a salted crisp. Yeah, it's really nice.
Sweet. Well, I mean, I wouldn't partake in it myself, but it does sound nice.
Yeah. That was my favorite part. I would get mad if my papa made catfish and didn't give me the fin. Or if he made fillets and that, he didn't catch it fresh and I didn't understand. I'd get really mad that there were no fins involved.
Another bit of interesting thing that happened this week was I tried out one of Nikki's recipes, Southern cooking.
Oh, go on.
And she recommended the dish chicken spaghetti to me, which at first sounded terrible. I'm not going to lie, because I just didn't like the sound of it. So she gave me I found a recipe for it and I made it, and it was delicious. So I was wrong.
You're just trying to get me to have a meltdown on air, aren't you?
No, I want you to take credit for a good recipe.
I refuse to take credit for that recipe. I'm so glad it was delicious for you, but what you made is not what. You can't do that. You can call it the same thing.
You can substitute ingredients. Everyone does it.
Yes, you can, but it's not going to taste the same. So here's the deal, okay? It calls for Velveeta, which you never want to eat. So I told Richard, I said, you guys can't get Velveeta, or you probably can't, because the stuff is like one little molecule away from being plastic.
Should be able to get Velveeta. It's not even a food.
I agree. Okay. It's not. So anyway, I told him that, and I was like, since you can't get Velveeta, the best thing that you can do is get what'd I say? Oh, American cheese. I was like, can you get American cheese? And he says yes. But he's going to use feta. He used feta. And And that makes me so mad because it's not even close to the same flavor profile as American cheese. Just
Well-
because they're both soft cheeses doesn't mean they taste anything alike. So it's not my recipe.
So what meal was this?
Chicken spaghetti.
Right.
I made it with feta instead of American cheese.
Gabby, you're an American woman. Please back me up. Is this acceptable? Thank you. Thank you. It makes Gabby mad. Gabby is agreeing with me. She said, no. It makes me mad. Feta is not a substitute for American cheese.
It
ever.
tasted
In any-
great.
I'm so glad that it tasted great. Not my recipe. Inspired by my recipe, but not my recipe.
Okay, what are the other staple ingredients?
I love
Chicken.
feta.
Chicken, mushrooms, jalapenos, tomatoes. And
Okay.
spaghetti. Well, angel hair pasta, but I use spaghetti.
And with American cheese.
With American cheese instead of feta, yeah.
And what is that stuff you were talking about that's basically plastic?
Velveeta. No
Velveeta?
one should eat that ever for
It
any
is-
reason. It should be
okay.
illegal.
I don't even think that it has to be refrigerated before you open it. But it is a big block, like long rectangular block of soft cheese. It's supposed to be quote unquote American, like American cheese. They've got macaroni and Velveeta cheese, like things like Velveeta is a huge deal in America. But the problem is it's not good at all for you. Like it is a molecule away from plastic. It is a big, it's not good at all to consume. But we
Ultra processed.
we use it for yes, we use it for everything. Like if you're going to have a party, we have what we call Rotel, which is basically tomato, jalapeno, and Velveeta, except for like we have it's called Rotel, but you get this mixture of the peppers and all of that stuff in a can. I think they might pickle it or something. I don't know what spices are in there, but you mix it with the Velveeta and that makes your dip for like crisps. But we also use it to make grilled cheese, cheese on toast, all of that stuff. We use it for freaking everything. It's awful for you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's beyond
is it-
ultra processed. It's incredibly processed.
So if I think of really like low grade nacho cheese, is that the stuff?
That would be a step up.
Yeah. But similar. Yeah, very similar. It is very similar to low grade nacho cheese. That would be that is probably the best, association you guys could probably make to it, except for it's not like gloopy. You have to heat it up to get it the nacho cheese consistency.
Anyway,
It comes in a big plastic block.
point is, Nikki gave me a recipe
I'm
and I
sure.
liked it. And instead of taking
Yeah,
fucking credit, Nikki's being arsey about it, and it upsets me because everyone that tried that chicken spaghetti liked it.
Yeah, but it's not my recipe.
You didn't even. Well, okay, fair enough.
That's it. I just said I'm really glad that you liked it. I'm so willing to try it. However, don't associate my name with it. It is not my recipe. It probably doesn't taste anything like my recipe. But I'm very happy that you enjoyed it and that I was right. It wasn't an abomination. The end.
A rant by Nikki.
Gabby feels me, okay? Thank you. Fred says feta is not a sub for American cheese. I appreciate you.
I used feta and it was delicious.
It is delicious, and I love feta, and I'm glad that you liked it. Not my recipe. Not my circus, not my monkeys with that recipe.
Not my circus, not my monkeys. I've not heard that one before. It's pretty good. I'm banking that.
You should. I use it all the time when work is going crazy and it's something that's like above my pay grade. I'm like, not my circus, not my monkeys, and I just walk away.
Like, take that down, darling. Make a note. I want to use it more often in conversations.
Blackadder quote.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh, I've got. Speaking of cooking, oh man, my darling wife's clearly been hanging around with me far too long because she made the kind of mistake that I thought only I could make. Okay, on Thursday night, me and our eldest child were out, and I'll come on to why later because that's kind of cool. But we at home were my wife and our youngest son, and she decided to cook them pasta. There was 2 jars of pasta, and she looked at them both, scanned them both, looked at the nutritional information, decided on the red one, not the green one, and that was a fatal mistake because my wife does not like hot and spicy food, and she failed to notice that there's 2 chili peppers on the a picture of 2 chili peppers with a tomato on the front of this pasta sauce. If she'd have seen that, she'd have known not to touch it. But touch it she did. And when I got in, I saw this jar empty, and I thought, oh, Hannah, I know exactly what you've done. You've tried to make a pasta meal for you and Reese, but you have not been able to eat this. And in the cupboard, sure enough, was an uneaten bowl of very hot, spicy pasta. It was a present to me. So it was bought in another country. I mean, if she'd have looked closely, she'd have seen the wrapper. The label wasn't written in English, and it was somebody gave it to me because they bought a couple of jars of this on holiday somewhere in Italy, I think, and I brought it home. But then after one of them decided, oh, that's quite enough of that, and gave the other one to me because they know I like hot and spicy food. But bless my poor wife, in one fell swoop, made a dinner she couldn't eat and stole the present that was for me. I did not have a go at her about it. The ruined dinner was more than punishment enough, bless her. She didn't deserve any punishment. It's in our household and wherever I teach, anyone who hangs out with me, no one can afford to get on their moral high horse. No one can afford to say, oh, that's all your fault, because guaranteed next time the person making a mountain out of a molehill will be the person who fucks up. And it's my turn next.
It's not just that, Gabby. Okay, she's over here constantly criticizing her own cooking. Like, she made me this really nice meatloaf when she was here. It was delicious. And she just goes on about how bad it is. And I just want her to take credit for a good idea that turned out well.
The meatloaf was not up to my standards. I'm glad you liked it, but it was very disappointing.
This is what I'm dealing with. You see
Listen,
what I'm dealing with?
No, you don't see. No, this is yeah, correct. Gabby says you don't get it, and it's because you don't. So, like, cooking to Southern people in general, just Southern people, men and women, because Southern men cook, okay, like they do. They take great pride in it. They're the dudes that do the grilling. They're the guys that are going to barbecue a Boston butt for like 18 hours and make it perfect. You know, they're going to do the brisket. Like, it's a big thing. But women specifically, it is an identity that we have in our cooking. And so if our cooking is not up to our own standards, which by the way are very high for us, we get really disappointed in ourselves. We feel like failures as women. It's really weird. Like, the South and its relationship to food is very, I don't know how to explain it. Like, that is our culture. Yeah, it wasn't. Well, see, here's the thing. Like, I had my sister with me helping me make this meatloaf. My brother-in-law was there. He's a bit of a spice pussy. Not that my meatloaf was going to be like hot, like heated spice, but like too much spice. So I was trying to find a middle ground. And at the end of the day, I personally felt like it was insanely bland, but everybody else liked it. And that's nice. I just know it wasn't anywhere close to in the ballpark of what I can do with a meatloaf. Correct. It wasn't my own kitchen. I was working with ingredients that is different because it's like, so you guys don't know this, but in the UK, y'all's ground beef is so different than ours. Like the consistency is different. We have a lot of like meat glue and stuff that they use on our meat. So spices go in it differently. Your Worcester sauce tastes different than ours. So it was very different. I had a hard time cooking and I felt very disappointed with it. I'm not saying it was awful. I'm just saying for me, it wasn't good.
Oh,
That's it. But yeah, like Southern people have a very, very close relationship with food. There's a lot of identity that comes with food. There's a lot of matriarchal pride that comes with food. Like you have that grandma who's going to make the same casserole and nobody else makes that casserole except for grandma. And if someone is dumb enough to do it, it doesn't matter if their casserole is better. You say grandma's casserole is the best because she's grandma and she's the matriarchy. But yeah. It's just a weird relationship that we have with food as a culture. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's an identity. It's weird. Like we as women in the South, a lot of us, take great pride in our food. So when it doesn't work out well, we get very upset at ourselves.
Does
Even
that
though
ever
it was
lead to kitchen stress? It certainly does for us.
What'd you say, Tom?
Does it ever lead to you getting stressy in the kitchen? I do. If something goes wrong in the kitchen, I am not calm. I am not chill. I'm not easygoing. I am highly struggling. And I'm regularly going, oh shit, bollocks, or something.
No, so it's weird. So I started cooking probably when I was like 4 or 5. Like my mom was very hands off, but when it came to dinner time, she was very hands on. So I grew up in a family where everybody cooks together. Like, someone's chopping the vegetables while someone's doing something else. And it's how you spend time as a family. Some of the only time that I really had one-on-one with my mom. But I have ADHD, and so I tend to hover over my food, and I'm very lucky. I'm very fortunate that bad things don't happen to me very often in the kitchen because I'm right there, And also I've been cooking long enough. If something's too salty, if something's too whatever, I can fix it, and offset it with something else and be very comfortable in that. So I don't get stressy in the kitchen very often. But then again, like I said, it's always been it's like a family thing where you just cook together.
Oh, I wish I could say the same.
Do you do most of the cooking?
No. We take it, but it's always one of us at a time. I tend to cook on Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night, and Hannah cooks Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night.
Well, think about how cool it would be if you had a big enough kitchen. I'm not sure if you do. If both of you were in there, because like, even if you're the main one cooking and she's just hanging out with you, if you need that onion chopped and because you forgot, she can just do it. You guys are spending time together and she's helping you. She's not doing any of the cooking really, but if you need her to stir something, she's there. That's just how my
that
family
hasn't-
always worked.
Historically, that hasn't really worked for us. We end up like falling out and getting really tetchy and things. But actually, in the last year, we have had a few times when we have cooked together and we have shared the load and things. And
I don't let anyone in the kitchen when I'm cooking for that reason.
it is. I totally sympathise. I totally feel you, man.
Yeah, I like to have someone close by. Hang out, talk, or whatever. I don't want you all up in my business, and please stay away from the drawers. Because I'm going to need them. But yeah, Gabby said y'all don't know about secret family recipes. 100% that people do get willed grandma's famous cookie recipes. 100% grandma will die and one of her lucky favorite daughters or sons will get her recipe book. That probably holds generations worth of secrets that we were not allowed to know because we're not that special. Do you guys have that there? Like, do you guys have like secret family recipes that like no one can know that you guard like Fort Knox?
Maybe other families do. Mine didn't.
Tom?
Mind
No,
you,
we
my
don't-
mum's a
we don't
terrible
really.
cook. She's great at desserts, but she can't do main meals worth a damn. But yeah, no. My grandma taught me how to make perfect Scotch pancakes.
Oh, they're nice.
Is that what you made when I was over there?
No, I made normal pancakes when you were over
Okay.
there.
See, yeah, y'all's pancakes are different than ours too.
Oh, American pancakes are great. Like the ones from McDonald's. You can't go wrong.
Yeah,
Big,
American.
fluffy.
Yeah, see, like it's crazy because y'all's pancakes we call crepes. And I'm sure that y'all's crepes are probably way thinner than your pancakes. But like, yeah, we call them crepes. Like we
Crepes.
wrap them around all sorts of crap.
Crepes have to have something in them to be crepes.
I know, but I'm saying it's like the wrap of the crepe.
Yeah, I suppose so.
I don't like a big fluffy pancake. I like thin ones.
I don't like pancakes either unless my syrup is on the side and I can dip it because pancakes get disgustingly soggy and gross very quickly. American pancakes, I'd rather have a waffle.
Rather have a waffle.
Oh, I've just remembered something. Before we go, something if I wanted to just say, if I may, just because it was a cool thing. When the reason me and the eldest one were out was because we were taking a bit, another trip across county trip to London because yesterday Megadeth released their supposedly their final album, and the day before. And the day after, which is today, Dave Mustaine decided, surprise, surprise, to do exactly what Metallica did with their last album, to release it in limited run in cinemas, of an album playback to videos or still image, and splice that with little interviews. And so we went to that. We had to. It was only. I mean, the nearest place that was showing it was like 60 miles away in London, but we went, and it was quite expensive just to get a meal out there. It'd been just a Burger King, but it was £27 for the two of us, which is a lot. And then
Burger King's ridiculous at the moment.
Oh, I know it is, isn't it? And then we went through, we had to pay to go through. There's a tunnel in London that's been free for 60, 70 years since it was built. And suddenly they've just decided to charge for it. So it's £4 a time you go through there, paying for parking and the cinema tickets. The whole thing was quite expensive, but it was worth it because it was really fun and really cool. Met up with an old mate of mine from London who I grew up with, a guy called Dave. He came down. That was Not as far for him as it was for us, but he still made the effort, and that was great. There are a couple of problems. One, well, not with the day out, that everything went smoothly, thankfully. But Dave Mustaine from Megadeth, he is still, I mean, half the time he talks about Metallica, he has still got like such a chip on his shoulder. It seems he swears he doesn't, but it's like, dude, just be honest with yourself.
Why is he mad at Metallica?
Because because did you not know? Megadeth was formed because Dave Mustaine was thrown out of Metallica. He was with them for their first couple of years, but then they were all had a lot of problems with drink and drugs, and Mustaine was just too wild, and they threw him out. And he was absolutely livid and furious and bitter, and he still is. He was for years. He claims to have become at peace with it all, but didn't exactly feel like it. The sheer amount he talked about them, and then I don't know. But the other thing was, and this was a bit lame, none of the other band members spoke at all. It was just him. The bassist, the drummer, and the guitarist on their new album were given almost zero airtime. They appear in it in footage of them playing together in the studio and things like that, but they don't get to speak. You don't hear from them, and that's so lame, man. Is Megadeth a band or is it the Dave Mustaine show? I mean, I don't know.
Well, it sounds like it's a Dave Mustaine show if they didn't get a look in, and he was just trying to one up Metallica. I respect the pettiness. Don't get me wrong.
That sounds like some Billy Corgan shit. Like, isn't that basically why those Smashing Pumpkins stopped being the Smashing Pumpkins for a while? Like, they broke up because Billy Corgan was a crazy person.
Sounds like some 50 Cent stuff, actually.
I don't know much. Well, not ever really being a fan of the Smashing Pumpkins. I don't know.
I think they've got one song I like.
The Smashing Pumpkins only has one song you like?
Yeah, I think so.
Weird. They were amazing. I used to have such a crush on Billy.
I never really got the Smashing Pumpkins. I never really understood it. It wasn't that style of alternative rock, I guess. It just never quite really felt it. It never resonated. It wasn't really for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard a fair few of their songs, but just never wasn't my thing. That's simple.
Wait, you said that sounds like 50 Cent stuff?
That level of pettiness, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the level of pettiness, absolutely.
Oh, who's he got beef with?
50 Cent, he okay. This is the beautiful pettiness of American rap, okay? 50 Cent has had beef with P. Diddy for decades. And he basically, P. Diddy, when all this stuff started coming out, hired a camera group to do like a comeback story or something, and they have all of this footage. Well, he didn't get to pay the dude, and 50 Cent paid the guy and got all of this raw footage of P. Diddy saying and doing some crazy crap. But anyway, there's an entire documentary Netflix released that 50 Cent gave them the info for. He's sitting on top of a whole bunch of other information, and then P. Diddy thinks that he's going to come back, but 50 Cent has already secured and paid for basically everybody that was in the PR and who sponsored P. Diddy and everything has already bought and paid for them, and they will not work with P. Diddy. So he's kind of been waiting 20 years and collecting information so that he could take P. Diddy down, just because he's petty like that.
Some pettiness.
It's a beautiful amount of petty. Like, it is 20 years of petty.
Oh dear.
Just
because he doesn't like him.
Well, I mean, you do know about P. Diddy, right? Yeah. So American rap, those boys are worse than a bunch of women. Like, as far as the petty goes, that's all they do is throw shade at each other. I mean, look at last summer with Kendrick Lamar and Drake.
I don't really follow and keep up with celebrities, so that would be lost on me.
Yeah. But the people that know, it's just it was a beautiful summer of two men being petty and rapping at each other. Every day was a new release of them just being. I'll have to send them to you. They're hilarious if you listen to the lyrics.
Oh yeah, please do, ping them to me, Nikki.
Yeah. Anyway,
we are at the end of the show.
We are.
Does anyone have any final thoughts other than listening to me all the ways Fedda's not a substitute for American cheese, apparently?
thank you guys for backing me up. I knew
Well,
my Americans would understand.
I mean, I'm no expert on either, but I can't imagine feta has got an awful lot in common with American cheese.
It's fine. You're all wrong. I accept it.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that'll wrap us up for this week. We will return next week, despite the hopes of many. It's good night. Oh, right. Yeah, the 40th Flip will be back this week. Chris is going live in an hour after this show ends over on the 40th Flip channel. It's good night from me, and it's good night from them. Good night, everyone.
Good night, people.